money, whatever. The other person just call and don't say nothing. I've gotten 3 calls, really 4, within the same week. Now, I look deeper into the person. Now, there's a site on Mike's, what is his name, Mike?
First off, who is Mike? Where you get Mike from?
He is the one that, hold on, I know what I wrote it down. Is it Mike Larry?
I'm saying, like, was Mike in the kitchen? Was Mike?
Down and look at it.
What?
You need to take this information down and look at it.
I'm saying, was Mike? Was Mike?
God owns
Who?
this person, this white guy that I'm talking about, is a president.
Okay.
Of this company, which is Intel.
Okay.
And
The bitches at, not the ones that I share, because them my peoples right there. Y'all go to them peoples if y'all want some real psychic shit. But them hoes that's over there, the one I been said I want to come slap y'all ass with the hand of God too. Especially that Candy Star. Where that Candy Star bitch at? I want to slap every motherfucker body was up fight. Come on, bitches. Here go my hand. One at a time, bitch. Bow, bow.
Welcome, y'all. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to go back over to Kenneka Jenkins' case. So I want y'all to look at the transformation from Teresa Martin, that's Kenneka Jenkins' mother. So in the beginning, you can tell she looked healthy and, she was fighting for justice for Kenneka Jenkins. And I did this in my previous video showing y'all that I think that money was given to Teresa Martin for her to keep quiet. Honestly, I really think that after these 12 to 14 years, after the money ran out, that's when she started acting crazy, walking around the street naked, and just doing things that you wouldn't think. But again, y'all, I am a former law enforcement officer, former deputy. I do know a little bit about Illinois' law. Not too much because, the statutes are different. But I still think Rosemont PD fumbled the ball on this. I don't know if they were paid. I don't know what's going on in Rosemont. I don't know the city as a whole. But there's a lot of weird shit going on in that city, bruh. And I keep harping on this body harvesting stuff that's going on in Rosemont, Illinois, and also in Detroit. I mean, you guys can look it up. Nothing I'm doing is AI. But make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe button, y'all. Because I've been putting out videos. Some get put to the front. A lot of my videos are passed over. I've been covering this case for a long time. And rest in peace to this beautiful lady. She didn't deserve what she got. Nobody should be put in a freezer to be frozen, to be found 36 to 48 hours later. I mean, it possibly could have been 2 days, to say it was an accident. In no way in hell do I believe this was an accident. I believe the friends, again, set her up. I believe the hotel had a agenda and they wanted something for Kenneka Jenkins. And I still believe those were her organs. Again, guys, it's not AI. I'm not, I do all this in one take. But I also want to put in, again, a couple more videos that I found on TT of how Teresa Martin basically has changed, her behavior has changed, and everything just seems so weird going on. And let's not forget about this lady over here, Monifa. Now, one of the friends were unalive. I'm not going to say she was murdered, but she did lose her life. But I believe this young lady up here was the catalyst and the start. She knew exactly what was going on or what was going to happen to Kenneka. Just look at the live. Her grabbing the phone, whoever she's talking to, look at her facial expressions. As a law enforcement officer and also as a military veteran, you should be able to kind of read people. And after looking at those lives, looking at her facial expressions, you can see that she was not up to no good. Kenneka, again, was the beautiful friend. And, you know, Monifa, she's beautiful in her own right. But you can tell there was some jealousy. You know, all the other girls had their hair done, and, you know, she just looked like a little straggler. You guys get what I'm saying. But again, these are all beautiful black women. But in those lives, you can hear her in the background kind of forcing Kenneka to have a good time. Now, I did say this in the previous video. I don't know if they were over there selling cat in that hotel or what these girls were up to, but you can just hear, like, you know, have fun, you know, talk to him. But I also want to play a couple more lives and let you guys hear it. So here's Teresa Martin on the radio show, guys. Here we go.
So that's a good question. I really wouldn't.
So you don't know who?
You're not for sure.
I'm not for sure.
Right.
But you actually, they brought you to see Kenneka while she was in the freezer.
After being denied at first, because I asked them, and I went online on Facebook because I needed help. I was looking for help, and I started timing myself basically to let them know, just in case if something like this come up, they couldn't say that I wasn't, you know, conscious enough.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right,
Like I was like
right.
out of my mind or whatever.
Right.
And I stated, because I had made a post on Facebook before, that, you know, when I was in search of Kenneka, that I needed help. You know, if somebody see my daughter, to inform me, you know. And I mean, after I made this live video, I re-entered the hotel, and I asked them, how was she laying? The head detective, how was she laying? He stated she was laying on her side. And I said, was she laying, how was her legs? Was they curved, you know, like in a fetal position? Yes. He said, no, they were straight. I said, okay. Next question. Can I see my daughter? How she died, you know, how she laid in the freezer. As you know, I wanted to see her. He said, the detective stated yes. An hour or two went past, give or take. The sergeant come in with a very rude attitude. No, you cannot see her. It's against our procedures, our policy. You can't see her. So I asked him, with the card that the leading detective gave me, is it possible that he can write his name on the back of the card? He stated yes. After he stated yes, I said, and as well as your badge number. And I hear him whisper to the detective, badge number. So then he said, as everybody getting ready to round up to go, he said, you know what, hold on, I'm gonna speak with the coroners and see what they can do. So here we go, hours later, 5 hours, maybe a little bit more, but rounding it off, 5 hours later, they come to me and states, only I could come see her. Me, I'm allowed, and I could bring one more other person with me. That's when they allowed me. They walked us back there. They said, wait, this is a crime scene. You are not allowed to take any photos. You can't touch, and you know, don't touch anything. And they watched us as if we was there. You know, like we was involved in it. It seemed like the crime scene was on us, not what went on with my daughter.
Right. So you see your daughter in the freezer. Now, to bring up to date.
I'm sorry. No, at this time, they had removed her from the freezer. I asked them. Yes, they removed her from the freezer. When they removed her from the freezer, by the time we came 5 hours or plus later, you know, more later, rounding it off, Kenneka was laying on a stretcher in a white body bag already.
So you never saw her?
I never saw her. I never saw her. They stated as well that there was no signs of foul play.
Right.
Like it was just a normal look. You know,
that's what they said.
No signs of sexual harassment or anything.
Right. So, do you believe differently?
From seeing the pictures, yes, I believe different.
Because the pictures came out. Before that, though, the video came out. So when we saw the video of her trying to find her way throughout the hotel, what did you think about the videos?
That she was wandering in the hotel and she needed help. And, you know, she had a hotel, a 5-star hotel. Right. I know it was surveillance. Just like on each floor, they might not have cameras all through the hotel, but entering and exiting the elevator, there are cameras.
But it is her on the camera because, like I said, so many conspiracy theories. Some people said that's not even her on the video. You do believe it was your daughter on the video?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe they're saying that one part of the video when she's walking towards the refrigerator, that's her last time being shown on videotape? So do you believe she could have just literally walked in there and got locked into the freezer, and what they're saying to be true is she got locked into the freezer and she died because of the coldness? Do you think that could be true?
Well, see, we wouldn't even be sitting here today to guess it. It was the camera. As we went in there, if you could look at the video, me and my daughter, which is some of the parts what we did, as we went in there, I'm looking at my daughter, you know, and I looked in her face. She had a disgusted look on her face. That's an angry look, like, or somebody agitating her, you know, this type of look. So I'm looking, and then I asked them, I said, can I see the freezer? Because I work in the cafeteria. So you can't tell me that she walked in this freezer and couldn't get out, you know, because of our freezers. And not only that, me working within the CPS, you know, cafeterias, you know, before, every freezer has a release button or some type of handle, whereas you can't get locked in this freezer unless you've been locked on the outside. You know, you get locked in from the outside.
Which would have taken, obviously, somebody else to do purposely.
Right.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
what you're saying.
Yes.
There's no way she could lock herself in by herself.
Exactly. So once entering, and I see the freezer. Now the leading detective stated to me, she just walked in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
This is before I told him I worked within the cafeteria.
Right.
She walked in the freezer, and when she walked in the freezer, she walked in. He never mentioned it was a double freezer. Walked in the freezer, closed the door behind herself, and just froze to death.
Right.
So, you know, I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
I said, so she couldn't get out? He said, no, she couldn't get out. Because once you locked in, you locked in.
Right. But he doesn't know what you know about freezers at that time.
Exactly.
Right.
Did you go into the actual freezer that your daughter was in? Did you like try to see what your like the theory, how you can get out of it if you're in that particular freezer?
Okay, well, I'll tell you like this. We wasn't never to actually go inside their freezer, but they had both of the doors open. I asked him when I first went back there, so you're saying it's a double freezer? He said yes, but on our way back there, if you can see in the video, I'm pointing my finger. I'm looking for cameras. I'm looking for cameras because that's my purpose, because you can't tell me this happened with no camera in around, you know, and every time I point, I see a camera. Except when we go by the freezer, that's like blocked off, which it was a camera above that freezer. And, okay, we're going to go back to that. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. When I go back to the freezer, they had both of the doors open. And I'm like, here go a glow-in-the-dark plastic release button, big white glow-in-the-dark. I said, so is this a release button? He said, the detective said, yes. And the sergeant standing back there with us as well. As I said, we were being watched as if we're the criminal, you know. Right. We did this to my daughter, as if we was going to get arrested. So he stated, I asked him with the other freezer, you know, the second door. I said, is this a release button? Big white button. Maybe, as they say, you couldn't see, but it was lightning in the freezer. And only thing we saw on the floor was a big piece of ice made in a triangle. You know, like, you know, and I'm like, okay. I said, so that's when I stayed.
So after listening to that radio station interview, you can tell that she was really fighting for Kenneka. You can tell that she was worried. You know, where's the camera footage from that video over, you know, that video camera over the freezer? How come that camera footage has not been shown to anybody yet? Now, I can't think of the guy's name. He's a big advocate, supposedly big advocate, but they showed him the video and he came out and said, yeah, I seen her walking to the freezer. So why can't we see her walking to the freezer? I think those videos were edited. I think they were doctored, but I want y'all to look at the transformation from Teresa Martin from back then to this day. Here goes this live, y'all.
Okay, no, don't get mad, but I'm just proving myself that I'm not crazy. All my life, I said I was going to be rich. I spoke it into existence. And I'm not saying this because of that, because I knew it was either I was going to get rich, saving my peoples, so I could help my peoples. Y'all didn't know. When y'all gave me that money, I deposited my money in the bank. I paid off other folks' bills, and I rent an apartment. But I sent $50. Some people got mad at me. I sent the $500 one time. Then they gonna call me back like I'm a clucker. See, God, I understand why God say he will let you start off for your lowest. And I understand why God say that, I'm sorry, I just come the wrong way. I guess it's these people. Let me get their records. I had to cut that grass so low for y'all. Cause see, some people, y'all, let me tell y'all about these followers and all that. Stop doing this shit for the books. The books told me down. As long as it can get them some good ass ratings, they gonna keep whatever's trending, whether it can, no matter how it's killing the mother. Everybody stay in the motherfucking house and let me handle them. I don't need no motherfucker body. Cause read the Bible for the end. The end. Peace be still. See y'all bitches in court.
Yesterday, and they're saying that they're police and they want some money, whatever. The other person just called and don't say nothing. I've gotten 3 calls, really 4, within the same week. Now, I look deeper into the person. Now, there's a site on Mike's, what is his name, Mike?
First off, who is Mike? Where you get Mike from?
He is the one that, hold on, I wrote it down. Is it Mike Lori?
I'm saying, like, was Mike in the kitchen? Was Mike?
Down and look at it.
What?
You need to take this information down and look at it.
I'm saying, was Mike? Was Mike?
God owns
Who?
this person, this white guy that I'm talking about, is a president.
Okay.
A big company, which is Intel.
Okay.
And he owns, what is it? IBM? Is it IBM? He owns IBM. But he's over Snapchat and he's over.
Okay, but tell me this. Like, what does this have to do with Kenneka?
Because they're joking about it.
He's.
They were there.
Hold up. He was there, like, at the time of the crime or what?
Right.
Are you? Hold on. How sure are you that he was there?
I've been reviewing their pictures all day today. These people, those white people that walked into the building,
Right.
the luggage and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, they're from the what do you call it?
He what?
Where they come and get body parts.
Okay.
Okay, the guy in the stripy shirt has a stripy shirt on. Here's a picture from the company that he works with in Chicago. Organ donors, I forgot the name of the company. I didn't write that down today because I've been writing so quickly. Go to this here, GIFFARI.
Okay.
And RAFSANJAANI.
Okay.
Okay, that's one person to look into. The other one is Joel Combs. JOELCOMM. He's the owner of IBM.
So why would these guys target Kenneka Jenkins out of everybody in that hotel?
Listen, they said on that they said they got a picture of Mona Lisa talking about her hair was all messed up. It's in the chat. It's chat. There's another guy I look into. He's a police officer. His name is Paul Manning. See, I'm giving this information. I'm trying to give quickly.
I'm listening to you. I'm driving. I'm on the E-way driving to a video shoot, but I'm listening to you at the same time. Keep talking.
Okay, it's Paul Manning. You gotta look into him. It's MOBINFILT
Okay, and these are suspects, right?
Correct.
Okay, I got a question for you. Why out of everybody, why you coming to Zach TV instead of going to the police officers?
Because Zach, you said that you wanted to do this here.
Right.
You said you wanted to solve this here. I'm by myself. I don't have anybody. You just don't know.
Okay, tell me, do any of the friends have anything to do with it? Because I believe they don't have shit to do with it.
Oh, I believe they got a lot to do with it.
Whoa. You said the friends got something to do with it?
I think they do.
What the fuck? Where you get, like...
They threw up the hand sign. I've been watching how the Illuminati, you know how they do their hand.
Hey, hold on. First off, why did you call me? First off, I don't know how the fuck you got my number. No disrespect. I don't know.
I got your number off of the Twitter account. You had it in the Twitter account.
Nah, my business number is on Instagram. Instagram.
That's it. It was on Instagram.
So, and you call, hold on. You called me private because you don't want the police to get your number, right?
This is the thing. They've been watching me the whole time. They've been watching off of my tablet and my smart TV. They keep sending me kind of little messages. They're into the phone. Do you understand the company that did this whole thing? The man that's involved in this here, him and his friends, they're joking about this here situation on the night. They got the dates on there.
Wow. This is crazy.
It's deeper than what you think. I keep on trying to talk to somebody.
Okay.
I'm just like frustrated. I'm frustrated because they keep calling my house.
Hold on.
Because they're looking through, listen, there are cameras in these smart TVs. There's technology that we don't even know about. You understand?
Do y'all believe that was Teresa Martin? It sounds just like her. I think that money was hush money. She signed the NDA, and she basically wasn't able to talk. So now I just don't understand why she's going around acting crazy now, trying to fight for Kenneka when we haven't heard anything in many years from Teresa Martin. But rest in peace to Kenneka Jenkins, y'all. I'm gonna still cover this case. I think this beautiful young lady needs justice. Again, these are my own opinions. I might have facts on some things I'm saying, but these are my own opinions. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I love y'all, and I'll see you on the next video. I'm out.